The live
So,
stream is starting on Facebook, TikTok, if we still have that anymore, and YouTube.
You know, we didn't talk about you streaming it to my channel too. I think we talked about it in passing. Are you using
Oh, okay.
StreamYard?
Yeah, well, I'm using Restream.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm wondering.
Can you share the link to that? I'm gonna make it public so everybody can share. Would that be a good idea?
Um, oh, that's old. Wait a minute. Delete that. Let me see.
I don't know Mary Phone. I don't know who that is.
Go ahead with that one. Say yes.
Okay, Mary Phone. Okay.
I dropped the link to Miss Pinkleton's Facebook page in the chat.
Okay, the live is now public on my page. So if everybody can go to my page and then share. Okay, I don't know Andre.
I didn't see it. Somebody, it must have got. They must be in already.
Okay.
No, they're not in as yet. They're in
Okay.
it says Andre's in the waiting room.
Okay. Well, if Miss Pinkleton, if you don't know them, we just gonna.
We have Andre and we have Melissa.
Who do we have?
Melissa.
Melissa. I don't know that person.
I thought Melissa came on already.
I don't know. Miss Pinkleton, do you know her?
Potentially. I mean, like I said, I feel like let them in, and then if they cause problems, then you push them out. Because I don't know. I mean, I know who's in my core community, but I have a big community where I don't know all the names. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
can you send a thing and have them put like your name or your
Okay.
community like beside their name, so
Yep.
we know it's them, and
Yep.
those that don't know don't do it, we know it's not. We know it's
Do
that
that.
person that came up with another name trying to get back in.
We can do that.
Yeah. Thank you, Miss Pinkleton. What we just doing, we just making sure that the incident that happened earlier don't happen again. That's all.
Do they need to? Where should they put my name or whatever? When they're coming in, how can they put my name somewhere?
Where their name is, so they'll have to go in and change their name where it's just from just their name to add your name or your community beside it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Or
Thank
they
you.
can add your initial.
Okay.
William, do you know Sabrina J? I don't know
I
if that
do. Oh, I
sounds.
thought y'all knew. That's not Bree.
Is
That
it?
might be Bree.
Oh,
Yeah, that's Bree.
that is Bree, right? Oh, she
Yeah.
changed. Okay.
Okay. Hey, Bree.
What's going on?
All right, Bree. I am going to make you.
Hello, hello.
Hold on 1 minute.
Okay, Bree, you co-host. Okay, we got about 1 minute. Okay, we got a little bit less than 1 minute, everybody.
Hey, what?
All right, y'all.
Come on to the party with William and Taylor May. Come and have a good time.
All right, y'all. Welcome, 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 everybody. We have Lena, D, T, Weaver, Deborah, Mary, Saray, Bree, Tella May, Lydia, Kelly, Cheryl. We really appreciate it. We have Kim here.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Will and Teller Made Show with Baby Bear. We have an amazing lineup for you tonight, featuring people who create physical products, GPT builders, and prompt engineers, along with guests who will share insights on staying motivated. But today we have a special guest, Miss Arlisa Pinkleton. Now, just want to let you know this is not an ordinary guest. This woman specializes in stock option trading. Okay, we can't go on the show until we introduce our lovely, beautiful Miss Taylor May.
They call me Tester Babe, Taylor May Day. They call me Tester Babe, Taylor May Day.
All right, Taylor, you got the mic. Tell us what you're working with.
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to our special episode of the Will and Taylor with Baby Bear Show. We have a special guest here today, and baby, the gems that she about to drop on everybody today. I'm hoping that everybody got pens and papers and your notes for so you can get all your information so we can learn how to get this real for show coinage. So thank everybody for coming. I want to thank everybody that's here on the panel today. We packing it up in here. Just thank everybody for coming.
Oh yeah,
That's
oh
all I
yeah.
got.
All right then, all right. Baby Bear, hold on. I gotta handle some business.
Baby Bear, why are you sitting at my favorite desk, dressed up like you work for H&R Block, with my pencils, my printer paper, and my favorite calculator? What's up with that, dude?
Man, today is the big day. Miss Pinkleton gonna be here. She's gonna be talking about stock options. And I'm gonna learn how to invest all of this money I found. See? Check it out.
Baby Bear, that's not real money. That's Monopoly money. Now go and put that Monopoly money back in the box.
I ain't putting no money back. You just a hater. You just mad because I'm the new shot caller with 20-inch blades on an Impala.
Baby Bear, your last statement was a lyric to a song. You've been watching too much Rap City. Now, all transactions for buying stocks are made electronically, either with a bank debit card or a credit card.
Dude, I got my card right here.
Baby Bear, that's a Starbucks gift card. What are you talking about? Now, sit your butt down before I start calculating all the time that you're going to be spending in that box. Tell me, Baby Bear think he's human. I told you this wasn't going to be a good idea with him on the show.
Oh, I don't know what's up with that dude. We're gonna have to renegotiate his contract or something. But anyway, let's get this all going. All right. Miss Pinkleton, Miss Pinkleton. Hey, how you doing there?
That was so cute. Oh my goodness.
Oh, you didn't expect that, did you? Yeah, Baby Bear been waiting for you.
Oh my, I kept wondering who Baby Bear was, but you kept saying it was with Baby Bear. I was like, well, who's Baby Bear? So now I know.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, great. Well, Miss Pinkleton, we like to do something here, and every superhero must have a theme song.
Oh goodness.
As we bring you an exclusive session with the amazing Miss Pinkleton. How to profit in the stock market with
Oh
option
yeah.
selling strategies. Arlissa, the power trader. And show you how to consistently make money in the stock market as an option seller. One.
Oh goodness.
All right, Miss Pinkleton. Okay, we do another thing here.
Okay.
I ask everybody that come up, who house is it? So when I say who house is it, you have to say your name, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right, you ready? Who
Okay.
house is it?
Arlissa's house.
Who house is it?
Arlissa's house.
In the middle of the
Arlissa's house.
Okay. Well, Miss Tellermaid, let's go with it so she'll know. All right. It's in the middle of the
Great.
house.
This is where we used to meet.
All right then. All right then, Mrs. Pinkleton. All right. So how you doing tonight?
I'm doing wonderful. This is a blast already. Oh
Oh
my
yeah,
goodness.
oh yeah. We tried to make sure that we had everything ready for you. We had the red carpet all rolled out for you and everything. All right.
Yes. I feel it. I feel it.
Okay, yeah. We wanted to make sure that you feel our energy. Yeah, we do this every week though.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Saturdays. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I just want to ask you a couple of questions, and you can just tell us what you do. Okay.
Okay, I can do that.
All right then. So, how did you get started in the stock market?
Well, it was several years ago. I always tell this story, but I worked in corporate America for, I mean, a long time. I'm an engineer by degree and by experience and stuff. And I worked in an environment where I worked for Boeing in the space shuttle industry. So I worked in the
Oh,
space shuttle
okay.
operations. And of course, everybody always talked about their 401k. They talked about um well, that was pretty much all there was talked about was people's 401k. And even with that, all you really heard at the time was to invest in your 401k. Nobody really talked about stock or talked about anything like that. Now, it's not that I believe that stock was talked about, but it wasn't necessarily talked about maybe when
Mm,
I was around. And I just thought this was weird. That's not something that we learned about as, in my family and I was growing up. Stock wasn't talked about, right?
hmm.
So, but as I got older, still around in these spaces, started to hear more and more scuttlebutt about stock and all. And then I was living abroad. I was living in Guatemala. And a pastor that I had started doing Forex. He started working with the Forex company and kind of introduced it to the church and to the membership. And
Hmm.
I started doing it a little bit then. I never was any good at that. I did a lot of studying, but it didn't really seem to work out. And
Okay.
that was because I just really wasn't learning for myself. I was just kind of following along.
Hmm.
So, that kind of piqued my interest. But then a little bit further down the road, I had gotten some resources and I got introduced to Chris Sane, who is on, he's one of the YouTubers. Everybody probably knows about Chris Sane now.
Yeah, I
Um,
listen to him too as well.
yeah, I started watching his videos every day, and that increased my interest. Looked at him and watched. I think her name is Ashley Fox, the young lady who does REITs. So then, as time passed, and I got interested in doing REITs and kind of hold. I wasn't into options per se at that time,
Hmm.
but I kept hearing everybody say, "Do your due diligence." Do your due diligence. Like, so and so's going on, do your due diligence. And I was like, well, what do they mean by that? I didn't really know what they meant. So I felt like I knew some stuff, but I felt like there was a whole lot more I didn't know. And now that my interest was piqued, I wanted to learn more. So I went and paid for a program. I paid a whole lot of money for a program. And
Okay.
I won't really say that it didn't give what it's supposed to have gave, but
Hmm.
it didn't really give what it's supposed to have gave.
Okay. I hear you on that.
But that really, as I continued to learn more, I got more and more interested, and I just really could see so much potential in the stock market. And because there was so many ways to win in the stock market, and one person's winning didn't automatically mean someone else was losing. Like all of us could be in the stock market at the same time, and there was no shortage. It didn't feel like, if we're selling chips, if I'm saying we can't sell chips all next to each other because somebody's gonna miss out on the chip sales. Everybody
Hmm.
could sell, could be in there at the same time and could make profits at their own level. So that's really what kept me interested, just to know that from a
Okay.
future standpoint, there had to be a way to utilize the stock market. And there were so many ways you could that I was like, well, this has to be a place for me. I'm always learning new stuff. So
Hmm.
let's make it do what it do.
I heard that, and you know what?
Yeah.
When you said about something you said earlier, we didn't know anything about it. I guess the majority of us, we didn't grow up learning this, and it was probably a
Nope.
certain reason why they didn't want to teach us this.
Right.
So, but
True,
I'm glad
true.
I'm learning it now, and then hopefully that we have young kids looking at this so they can learn, at least they can get this in absorb into their brain and get, actually learn
Yes.
what you learn, and they don't have to wait until we get a certain age. Oh, I better start thinking about my future now.
Right.
Okay, what are some of the most common mistakes a new investor should avoid?
So I feel like one of the things that we like, and this is our a new, I don't say it's a new generation thing, but we really want to get money quick. We're really, as a human, we like the microwave society. Everything's got to come fast, got to come quick, and got to come in a hurry.
Okay.
One of the biggest mistakes we can make as new traders is not really taking the time to really learn what's going on before
Hmm.
we start just expecting massive profits. Right? This is
Excellent.
not, the stock market is not a get rich quick thing. Anybody who you see is that talking about all the money they made here, there, or wherever in a stock, if that person is consistently making that kind of money, it's because they've got seat time. They've got time that they've spent studying and learning. This is not the kind of thing that overnight you pick up and run. You might have some chances where you get into a trade and it returns really good,
Hmm.
profits for you early. That could be, I won't call it a fluke, but it really
Hmm.
could happen. That could happen. Um, where you can get your money in kind of quick, but then to be consistent and to be able to repeat that, it's not going to happen unless you've taken some time to. Is that you, Will?
No, that's not me. So hopefully our moderators can cancel that person out.
That surprised me. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So basically, so we have where we want to learn things really, really fast, and we
Hmm.
want to pick up and run really quick and not take the time to learn it. This is a whole new education for many of us. It's a new language and a new education. And the only way you're going to be able to have good repeatable success is there's got to be education. So the biggest
Hmm.
mistake really is trying to go too fast. Just know the stock market ain't going nowhere. It's really been around since there was, trading on the paper, literally,
Hmm.
and it's not going anywhere. The way this is the way I'm looking at the people to make sure that the people who I see, I recognize their names.
Oh, okay. Oh, no problem.
But yeah, to make sure that we um, learn enough about the strategies, enough about the market to be able to repeat it and be here long term. This is for, we're here for the long haul, not just here for the overnight. Okay.
Oh, okay. Don't know that person, huh?
I don't either.
Oh, okay. All right. That's okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, can you share a few tips with us for identifying promising stocks?
So now, one thing I would say when you're looking for getting into different stocks, right? There's
Hmm.
different levels. You got what's called penny stocks, which is those that are, less than $10. Some people say less than $5. Really, the lower price stocks can be called penny stocks. And
Hmm.
then there's stocks that are, smaller and they're on the rise, or they may be not have fallen down into this area. Maybe they're solid stocks, and they just need time to grow.
Okay.
And then there's the strong ones. There's the stocks that are, have a nice solid foundation, to be on. When you're identifying stocks initially as a newbie,
Mm-hmm.
you should start with stocks that you recognize. Start with
Okay.
things, maybe the things that you use, the Walmarts, the Amazons, the Apples, we all people, a lot of people like Tesla. Tesla's a lot. I
Oh
mean, so
yeah, me too.
I mean, we like them. So even if you're working with things you like, McDonald's, even if you're looking at things you like, you still want to use wisdom. But
Mm-hmm.
um, and if something that's smaller, a smaller price stock or whatever that kind of catches your interest, then go and do some research, right? Good thing
Mm-hmm.
is now you've got, CNBC you can check on, you've got Yahoo Finance, you can go to a site called Tip Ranks. I'll type it into the comments. Tip
Okay, thank you.
ranks, anks.com, tipranks.com. You also have
Bar chart.
barchart.com.
Okay.
These are places where you can go and put in the information, like put in the ticker, and you can read all about it. You can even do this on TradingView or on your own platform. If you go
Mm-hmm.
into, Robinhood gives you information about the stock, and your own broker will talk about the stock. And if it's something you got some interest in, just go and read about it. Go and see what's that person really wants to come in. They've
Mm-hmm.
showed up 3 times.
Yeah, I know. I don't know that person. So
Don't know either.
yeah, I was in the Marines. So if I don't know you, I don't know you.
That name, but none of my people call themselves Retreat, so I don't
Yeah.
know who that is.
So he gonna have to retreat then.
Yeah, he. So but I feel like go do some research because there are a lot of
Mhm.
small companies that are really on the rise. Okay, the other thing I wanted to say is if it's stock that's in a sector that you like a few years
Mhm.
ago, we people were all over the cannabis stocks because we were expecting cannabis to take off and run. And then of course we had COVID and cannabis became a backseat kind of conversation.
Mhm.
And people were really getting all in on that. Now, the recent thing has been the AI stocks and the quantum computing stocks are starting
Oh
to get
yeah.
a lot of attention. So as this stuff it gets popular and it starts being talked about a lot, then this is where you maybe pick a sector that you like and go and investigate the sector. The just stocks that are in this area to say, we've got the crypto stocks. Anyway,
Mhm.
you got a group of stocks that are in different buckets. Go and do some research and see what you like. I was real big into the charging station stocks there, Plug and Charge Point, and
Mhm.
those thinking that the electric wave was going to pick up and run. We liked Lucid, and we like some of those. Rivian is now there, and those didn't take off as well as we thought they were, but they're
Oh,
still
okay.
around. Charge Point I think is only a $2 or $3 stock right now. It was doing much better. They were like the major competitor to Tesla as far as charging stations, and then
Mhm.
they kind of aren't anymore. But what I'm saying is, I'm saying all that to say, if you see a sector or someplace where you have some interest, then go ahead and do, research and kind of diversify your money, do a
Mhm.
little bit here and there. And I also want to say for us not to be afraid to put our money on something and not to be afraid to lose it. All right.
Mhm.
This is a regular investment. You put your money in anything, the opportunity to lose their money is there. So let's, it take money to make money. Yeah, right?
You
It
got to
takes money to
invest
make
in
money.
yourself. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. One discussion I had probably about like a couple of years ago with someone, they told me, said, Will, you know what? They got robots loading up the trucks. And I wasn't really thinking that good, but I just say, well, we going to start have to buying robots and send them to work for us. So I didn't realize that this would come into play where, hey, now I can actually buy that robot. I might can't get that whole robot, but I got
Right.
that arm, and you're gonna have to pay me for my arm. So,
Right. Right. Right.
so
Right.
that's how I look at it. One thing that I did notice about certain stock, you had like certain stocks have group of other little stocks in there. Some of the big 10, I think, with
Yeah.
Tesla, Apple, a lot of different ones. I guess that would be something that once you get into it, you can look in. That way, you can be more diversified.
Mm-hmm.
Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
Would I be? Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. ETFs is a whole thing. Where there's a whole bunch of things all in there at one time. Like
Mm-hmm.
SPY is an ETF, VU is an ETF. And if you can get, something that's a good, easy way to diversify. Or if you're into crypto, you can maybe get a crypto ETF. If
Oh, I
however,
like
there's
that.
all kinds of Bitcoin has an ETF now. And if you want to be across the board and you really want to see what's happening and like you want to have your money spread out across a sector, then find an ETF to put in.
And
Now,
that'll
there's
be a
two things
safer
that
way to
work.
go, right?
You have the stock shares and working with shares, and of course you have options, which is two different ways of thinking. Two different ways of thinking. I think everybody should start by looking at shares before
Hmm.
they jump too deep into options. But if you think you can just do options, just go learn options first. But every option, of course, is based on the price of the shares. Hmm.
Okay. All right
Hmm.
then. Yeah, because I know I when you said that you might get lucky or something, I might just fall into something. I kind of fall into SoFi. I got a
Yes,
little worried about SoFi a little bit because it jumped up and it went all the way down to 8. And I'm
yes,
like, what in the world? What did I do get myself into? But now
yes.
it's back up to
But listen, so
16.
now let's talk about that. Let's
Okay.
talk about SoFi. So if you're trading SoFi as shares, right? So let's say you're buying shares of SoFi. Then
Yes.
back when it was down at $4 and $5, I mean, who doesn't like a sale, right? If
Yes.
you went to the store and something you were looking for was 50% off or 75% off, you'd buy as much as they had,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
So when we're buying shares, if you're, accumulating shares, when the price goes down, if you believe in the company long term, then you buy more when it's on sale, right?
Hmm.
Different concept though when you're dealing with options. If you're dealing with options, options contracts have an expiration. Thing time can run out. A lot of things are working against you. You got other
Hmm.
things, the Greeks and all that stuff that works against you and can work for you at times. But if you're in an options contract, when things go down like that, you're not in as favorable a position. But if you're buying shares and the price goes down, you just buy more because they're on sale.
Yeah, you buy when it goes down and then sell when it goes up. Take a little profit.
Absolutely. You buy because if you buy more when it goes down, you're going to reduce the average cost of your shares. And again, you're an owner. When you have shares, you're an owner of the company. When you have
Hmm.
options, you just have paper, and it ain't even real paper. You got electronic paper,
Hmm.
right? So
Absolutely.
it should be a good mix. I suggest that we buy and acquire shares so that way you have shares, but then you can trade options for income. But you
Hmm.
should still be buying the asset, which is the shares. You can buy the asset along the way because if you go into the bank and you have I got options on Tesla, they're gonna expire in January. The bank people gonna be like, oh, good for you. Oh, good for
They
you.
probably
Oh,
would tell you we
wonderful.
do too.
Yeah, yeah, and we do too. But if you go into the bank and say, I own 100 shares of Tesla, or I own 1,000 shares of Tesla, and I want to borrow money, the bank gonna be like, oh, okay, let's talk. Because that's an asset. That's something
Yeah.
you can lend against. We can't lend against no option papers.
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
But when you actually have a share, you got some leverage. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Now, if
have
you got a
something you can
thousand
use
of
for
Tesla,
collateral.
yeah, you
Yeah,
doing something if you got 1,000 Tesla. Trust me.
that's true.
Yeah, you were doing something if you got 1,000 Tesla. Can we well, we mentioned SoFi, and probably a lot of people don't know what SoFi
Okay.
is. Is it like an online banking that do it's like a one-stop shop
Yeah.
where yeah.
Yeah, SoFi is really disrupting the banking industry. Banking's usually brick and mortar places. You
Hmm.
got on every corner, there's a Bank of America, a Wells Fargo, a Chase Bank. There's all physical banks, right? Banking, I'll call it the old way. All right. SoFi is coming on and saying, we're going to offer all of these same things to you and more. And we're not going to use all this extra money to build buildings and to keep them, pay rent on the land and all the things.
Hmm.
And SoFi does all the lending properties, lending has all the lending there. SoFi now you can actually trade on the SoFi platform. They
Yeah,
do
I heard
stocks and
that.
shares. You can do that. They've got loans, of course, for, a lot of student loans is kind of what they were known for originally, but that's not all. They do so much more than that. But SoFi is basically an industry disruptor that they're changing the way banks are doing banking. But the banks, the hard brick and mortar banks, they don't like SoFi coming up and coming around. They don't
Hmm.
like it. Took a long time for SoFi to get approvals to be banks and do it. They got a lot of headwinds because the people who've been pulling in money all this time from from the traditional banking, they don't want to see a company like SoFi be
Hmm.
successful. And then other people jump on the bandwagon and follow. SoFi is kind of paving the way for other companies to come along. But they've got great, great, great potential going forward. And of course, I'm a fan of, the underdog and the
Uh-huh.
industry disruptors. I'm a fan of that. So
And,
let's go. Let's go.
and a couple of days ago, I heard some Congress person bought bought an unbelievable amount of shares, and I say if they
Yeah.
buy, they know because they passed
Yeah.
the laws. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they passed the laws. So also like BlackRock, if you've ever heard of BlackRock, BlackRock is like the number two holder of SoFi shares. There are
Okay.
banks and hedge companies that own the majority of SoFi shares are owned by other financial institutions. And the
Okay.
owner, the CEO of SoFi, I mean, owns millions of dollars of SoFi. That's another thing. If you got a company and the CEOs and the leadership don't own a bunch of that stock, then that means they haven't bought in. But
Hmm.
when the owners and those who are people who are in leadership own a lot of the shares, then they at least they're standing with it and standing behind it. That's something that's important to look at.
Oh, okay. And since we on this part, we have to learn about risk management
Yeah.
and how to give us a little bit about that risk
Yeah,
management.
yeah, yeah. So that's where I was actually my comments about the risk management and stuff had to do with the shares and the options. If you're
Hmm.
trading with options and the people who are now learning and trading with options, depending on the size of your account, and you can literally burn down, burn up. You can bust open, whatever words whatever phrase you want to use, you can blow an account in no time trading options, right?
Hmm.
So trading options, people think, oh, it's really inexpensive. And it is. It can be. I'll say it can be. That's not necessarily it can be. But if you're trading options, you really want to, again, you want to always trade with money you don't mind losing,
Hmm.
when you're a trader, you start to really get a very good look at what is your money mindset, what is your views on money, and what are your old, deeply rooted issues with money will come out when you're a trader. So
Mm.
early part as a trader, you're going to discover who you are as it relates to money. And your emotions are going to play a huge part.
Yeah.
The strategies we can learn, your emotions have to be conquered along the way.
Oh yeah,
Um,
because if you want to change somebody's mind, you start taking money from them, and they'll
better
change their
know it.
mind real quick.
Better know it. Better know it. You
I
better know
was going to ask you what tools would you recommend for the stock market research, but you gave us a couple of tools.
it.
Are there any more tools that you can
Hmm.
let us know
Oh,
about?
I would say definitely you want to try to utilize tools that are going to give you an objective view. So, like your broker, like I said, your broker, they don't care if you go with SoFi or you go with Tesla or you go with Rivian. They really don't care, right?
Mhm.
So you want to go to somebody who's got an objective view. Like I said, the Yahoo Finance is a place, CNBC, Tip Ranks, Bar Chart, and look at multiple places, right? All the things I've mentioned are free. You can go
Okay.
there and look at all over different places and get you a conglomeration of how you feel. That way you're not reading the information from one person or one source, you're getting it from multiple places. Um, Definitely make sure that you
It's okay. It's not me, but my moderators are on it. They
I know
they
they're on
doing a
it.
good
I'm
job.
just laughing because
Yeah, they
I
doing a
know
good
your folks
job.
are on it. I'm like, you're important, Mr. William, that people want to be in your Zoom. Look at that.
Yeah, I know. No, that's you.
Yeah, they want to be in your Zoom. I love it.
Mhm.
I wanted to swing back though to the risk. I talked about options. Make sure that whatever you're doing, make sure you're trading with money that you don't mind losing, of course, first of
Mhm.
all. You also don't want to put, people say, they want a full port. if you ever, I don't know if you ever heard anybody say, I'm going to do full port on this one. Basically, you're following somebody who says they got a trade and you put all of your money behind that trade. That is just
Mm.
never a good idea. I don't care who you're following, because no matter how good the people are, all of them lose. Everybody, all of us, all of them, we all lose. Nobody's 100%. You'll never see by I got 100% win rate. No, and if they do tell
Mm.
you that, they're lying, because nobody has 100% win rate.
Nobody has 100%.
No, nobody does. So when you're trading, you want to put portions into your trades that are percentages. I wouldn't do more than 5%, 10 at the most, into a particular trade, into one trade. Don't do that to
Okay, that
yourself.
makes
You
sense.
always want to make sure that you got some gunpowder, we call it,
Okay, that
be able
makes
to
sense.
live to trade another day. So if what you got going, if it all dies and it doesn't make it, then you want to still have some powder. You want
Okay.
to still have powder. So
So
that's
what
the first
I'm
thing. Now, I
okay.
said this with options, right? If you're dealing
Mm-hmm.
with shares, if you're dealing with shares, we're talking about risk. Again, if you've done some research, you looked at your stock and the price goes down some, when you're on shares, it's okay to buy shares on sale. Okay, I want to repeat it. It's okay to buy shares on sale. Okay? It's okay. It's okay because you have an asset. If you wanted
Mm.
a brand new Brahmin bag for the sisters who are among us, if you wanted some new Nike Dunks, some Forces or whatever, if they put them on sale, you go buy them. That's an
Yep.
asset, right?
Mm.
So same thing with shares. When the shares go on sale, you can buy more because you can always sell them.
Mhm.
Shares don't ever expire. Now if you get with a company and it just, tanks forever and there's no hope ever that they're coming back, then
Mhm.
you might consider selling that when you can. But I mean, if you got shares of something and you believe in the company and you think they got good long-term, life, then just buy more when the price drops. Price
Mm.
drops, you buy a little bit more. Now listen, I'm saying buy more like that there's money growing on trees. But
Mm.
we can dollar cost average, buy a little bit every time you get paid, buy a little bit here and there. You don't have to buy, a bunch of shares at once. Just buy a little bit along the way. Buy a little bit, little bit, little bit.
Ms.
Build your
Pickleton,
portfolio.
before we go on any further, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the moderators know not to let no one in after this. If they want
Okay.
to see us, they can see us actually on Facebook because we
Sounds
are
good.
posted on Facebook. I just want to make sure that we protect this show,
Yep, yep,
protect
yep.
it with all costs. Who's going to protect this house? That was the Armor All commercial. I don't know if y'all remember that commercial right there.
Listen, I'm not answering any more who's gonna because I don't think I think I messed up the who's house. So
Oh, okay. No, you okay. It was the first time. I know that when someone never seen the show, they don't know what to expect. So I just throw that in there just to kind of throw people off. They'd be like, "What is he talking about?" All right.
oh goodness.
Okay then. All right then. Let's open up the questions for people. Can we do that now?
Yeah, yeah, I'm fine
Okay.
with that.
Anybody got any questions? Moderators, let me know. Anybody got questions on the panel? Raise your hand up and just start a. Okay.
I have a question right now. How you doing, ma'am? I want to first
Ah,
of all say thank you for coming on the show. We have been so looking forward to this. Oh
Yes,
my
we have.
goodness.
yes.
I wanted to know if you can give like an actual demonstration, I guess, of what a bad investment would look like.
Okay. A bad investment. You don't really find out that they're bad investments till it's too late. That's when you find out this wasn't a good move. I'll tell you what I see as a bad investment. A bad investment is when someone has suggested that you go and into particular trade and you have number one, not done any research.
Mm.
Number two, you don't know what they're talking about. And number three, you just following just because they say it. That in itself is
Okay.
automatically a bad investment. Because
Okay.
for me, let's say for example,
Mhm.
I do option selling. I'm an option seller. Many
Okay.
people who trade options are options buyers. And many people who call out trades are calling out options buying trades. So a person may say they're taking I'm gonna use SPY, where they're taking a SPY trade with a call or a put and whatever they're doing, and they're doing that trade. This person, if I'm just taking a call out, I don't know, are they looking for it to be a scalp? Are they looking for a day trade? Are they looking for a weekly swing trade? Are they looking for something that they're gonna look at for a month, for a week, for till next year?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. And by the time people call it, also they probably already in. Um, so you have to know who you're first of all who you're following, and what is that person doing as far as how are they deciding what trades they're going to take. So you need to kind of know what you're looking for and what you're looking at and who you're working with. You kind of have to know that. So if you're just taking random calls from people who and you don't know their time horizon, you don't know what their levels are, where they shooting for, that becomes a bad
Mm-hmm.
investment for you because it doesn't fit your trading plan. And when I say trading plan, everyone who's trading ought to have a trading plan. And
Okay,
that plan
great.
is, even if it's for a particular trade, why am I getting in this trade? What is my entry point? When is my exit point? What is my stop loss? When it starts to go south, how do I know it's gone too far in the wrong direction? And if you
Mm.
haven't thought about those things before you entered the trade, it's a bad investment.
And you know what I found out was a great tool? Trailing stop
Trailing stops,
loss.
yeah.
I use that religiously. When it move, I move.
Just like that.
Yeah, just like that. Well, I'm gonna check with my co-host and see if she has any more questions.
Yeah, um, I did have one more question.
Yeah,
Wait,
keep going.
oh
I'm
my,
fine.
it just flew out my head.
Oh goodness. I hope I answered your question with the bad investment.
You answered the first one. You
Okay.
nailed it.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, I'm a write it down when it pops
Okay.
back in my head.
Okay, all right.
Somebody
I when we said
write
when
it
you
down.
move just like that, we threw off.
We
That's
threw her off.
yep. Well, well, do anybody else have any questions on the panel?
William, I do.
Okay, great.
Good evening, Miss Alyssa. My
Hi.
name is Lydia, and I am an AI GPT designer.
Okay.
Now, recently I've been listening and following a few of the stocks.
Mhm.
Do you have any information or any little nuggets that you could give us regarding the best AI stocks on the market right now? I
Mm.
know Nvidia is one of them.
Mhm. Mhm. So the AI stocks that I've looked at is I like to kind of get with the little babies who are on their up and up, right? So I've been looking at and this is not investment advice. I am not an investment advisor. I'm just, sharing with you the stuff I've seen and things I like, right? I like Big Bear AI, which
I
is
knew
just
you
a
was
little
gonna
bitty
say that one.
baby.
I knew
He
you
a
was gonna
little
say that one.
baby.
What are they going about five
Yeah,
dollars a
it's
share?
really cheap. It's like $4 or $5. It's a little baby, but
Oh,
I feel like it's got good potential. Big Bear AI is one of those. You do want to just whichever ones, that was just one that's off the top of my head. But if you see some ones that pop up in the AI space, ask ChatGPT. Of course, I know y'all use them. Use we. I say y'all and we use GPTs, and just ask. I call mine Chad. I gave him a name, and
mm-hmm.
just ask Chad what does he see as the horizon and potential, and of course he's gonna go into the internet and bring out all the information. But yeah, I mean, I like Big Bear. I like the babies who are kind of growing
Mm-hmm.
and coming up. You do have Nvidia, but of course Nvidia is not the only one. I'm in the semiconductors, so Taiwan Semiconductor, I
That's
believe,
a
is a
great one.
strong player. They're kind of being, I won't say underrepresented, but Taiwan Semiconductor, there's a reason why everybody's fighting over them. I went to Taiwan before. It was nice over there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, But there's a reason why everybody's fighting over Taiwan semiconductors. They have technology that the other people don't have. And whoever has Taiwan semiconductor really has like a market going to have it cornered. That's why they're fighting for the technology. So I like them as well. Um, yeah, those two.
Thank you so
Great.
much.
Absolutely.
All right. Who has another question? Anybody? Okay.
Taylor May, did your question come back to you yet?
Kim, do you have a question?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
What was up with it?
Okay. The Queen. The Queen is here. The Queen is here. She has a question.
Oh, I know the queen got a question.
Hey, piggybacking on the Taiwan Semiconductor, um, I know that they're building a big plant in Texas. Do you think after that plant is built that it will double or triple that stock?
Well, um,
Uh oh.
let's hope so. Well, you really want to see good movement. I would be very surprised if Taiwan Semiconductor completely left Taiwan. Um, because I mean they want to have some hold on it too.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
but I think it coming into the US is going to be telling, because right now we're over there, we basically have our people over there defending a country because they got something we want.
Oh yeah. That means something.
Yeah, yeah. I think Taiwan Semiconductor has a very good future, has a very good future. Again, not investment advice. I just think if you like it, start to dollar cost average and buy some along the way.
Hmm.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're
You're
welcome.
welcome. What about the other part of the TRM? Miss Talia. She might not be. Okay. She might
I'm
have
here.
stepped
What'd
away.
you say?
Oh, you have a question, right?
Oh, I don't have a question. She answered mine. I was
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm being
She
like that teacher, that sit at the front
no
of the
no
desk, start
no.
pointing out
I
students.
was I had thoughts about Big Bear AI and I think I got my answer. Thank you so
All
much. Thank you
right.
kindly.
Okay.
Thank you kindly.
If you,
And
'cause I don't know about that one. I've heard the name, but I don't know about that one. Like,
Oh, I'm
is
out
that?
here in these streets doing a little research. Miss Arlissa, thank you so
I'm gonna have
much.
to
See you,
get the
son. Love
information.
you.
okay.
Sorry, I was talking to my son.
Oh, okay. No, that's okay. Kelly, do you have any questions?
I do not.
All right, then. Adrian, Dr. Spock, do you have any questions? Okay. Okay. Are there any Oh, go ahead. Are there any questions in the Facebook chat?
Looks like Queen has her hand up again.
Okay, Queen, you have your hand up.
Okay, so we're going into an era where crypto is a big thing,
Hmm.
right? Are there any options as far as the crypto market and all of that is concerned that we can get into?
So there's really good ones. I mean, I say really good ones. There's all the ones, there's so many things to choose from in crypto. I'm thinking if you're really gonna if you're not gonna pick a one in crypto that you like, or a few, you can do, there's a crypto ETF. I think it's a Bitcoin ETF, which basically has a bunch of different stuff in it.
Mhm.
I'm a fan of Riot and Mara. They're still, reasonably priced. I like those. Of course, Coinbase is one that's going to be around a while, because that's where the holdings are. If you're trying to buy crypto, and those, you got a lot of people, most people have to go through Coin to get their Coinbase. So I mean, yeah, you could call name, and just really, you could, spend up all your money across the board. Sometimes I'm a fan of just doing an ETF. That way you're putting all your money in one basket, all your money in one place. I definitely, again, if you see something that you like, trade the options, trade options, maybe the lower cost options, trade those. And then, and also buy shares. I was thinking a minute ago about, there's several of the little ones under yield max that are paying weekly. Some of them are paying weekly dividends. Some of them are paying monthly dividends. I'm thinking like CONY, TSLY, YMAX. There's a whole list of them. I have to do a little digging on my computer, but I'd have to, it's not hard to find. I just have to figure out how to bring it into here. There's a whole bunch of ones that are where, again, they're going weekly or monthly dividends. And to have the dividends, you're gonna get paid for just having purchased. You can buy some of them for 10, 20, $30 for, per share. And they're paying weekly money back to you just for having bought some of it. So this is another good passive way to be growing your money. Options trading is something that you want to learn to do. You want to learn options trading along the way. But while you're learning, listen, get you some shares of something that's going to at least pay you something for owning it.
Mm-hmm.
That way you can be making money off of having your money in the market. I want to say too that as we, if you have money that is sitting in high yield savings accounts, I put a video out last week as to whether option selling versus a high yield savings account. We were kind of told a few years back that high yield savings accounts were all the rave. Put your money over here, you'll make your 4 and 5% per year. And this is good because that's better than what the bank was offering you. But 5% per year doesn't really compare to 5% per month that you can get with option selling and options trading, right? Something that's passive. You want to use the resources that you have. You can use them in a very passive way where you don't have to be actively trading, because many of us got other things we're doing. We got other jobs, other things, other life things, and we may not be traders or want to be trading all day, may not have the bandwidth to be on a screen all day long. But we still want our money to be working for us.
Oh, absolutely.
So this is where we get into maybe some dividend stocks. You get into something that's going to pay you while your money sits there. Move some of the 401ks allow you to have some of the control over some parts of it yourself. Then start to put them on things that you want to put them on. Because listen, them companies putting it on stuff they want to put it on
Oh, yes, definitely.
and giving you a portion of it back. They're not giving you all of what they earning with your money.
Oh, okay. And we have another question, Adrian.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's going on, Alyssa? Hey, I do actually have a question now that I thought about it. So, um, I know you work in both fields. You work with stocks and you work with AI. So, based on your experience, how do you see AI playing into stocks now? Because I know a lot of people are using AI to give stock advice. So,
Mm-hmm.
I know you can't really say what the future will be, but how do you see the implementation of AI into the stock field moving forward? What are your thoughts on that?
That's a really, really good question. That's a really good question. I really feel like two things are going to happen or happening already, to be honest. One of them is people who really don't necessarily know a lot are asking ChatGPT and then they're spouting it back like they came up with it. Like, I've got this grand idea, and they got it from ChatGPT. So that you're going to see, I think you're going to continue to see. The other thing is we're already trading with algorithms and stuff now, and ChatGPT is going to continue to be used. I think it will continue to be used in the spaces to really help traders to up their trading game, because we're already individuals like us are already, we're trading against machines right now. And you'll see that the stock will be going up, up, up. Everybody think we're going on forever. It'll drop down just enough to hit everybody's stop loss, and then it'll run right back up. That's because the algorithm can tell how many people have money going in the bullish direction. And if it drops down and hits all those, and it can also see the stop losses that are set. The people have a stop loss, like when Will was saying he has trailing stops. The market, those algorithms can also see those stop losses that are the stop limits that are open, and it'll drop the stock enough to hit a big portion of those stop losses, and then it'll run back up because once people get stopped out, they don't all jump right back in. So we're just using, I think the ChatGPT will continue to be used for research. will continue to be used, hopefully by people who are looking for trade ideas. I think the worst thing what we'll see though is people are going to depend too heavily on the information that's going to be given by ChatGPT, and they're going to be all mad and bothered because it's not going to give them it. If a person gives you bad advice and it don't work out, you can go fuss at the person. If ChatGPT gives you bad advice, who you gonna go fuss at?
Yeah, it's just gonna say, "I'm sorry about that." That's all it's gonna tell you. Oops, my
So
my
yeah,
bad.
I believe people will use, yeah, I believe people will depend too heavily on, like, even when you do stuff like Adrian, when you put together ebooks and stuff like that, you always say, and we always say, go check the information to make sure it's accurate, to make sure what's being given to you is something that you want to say and that it's accurate information. Go check it out to make sure that it doesn't have any other stuff in it. Same thing's happening with ChatGPT. People are going to take that information as gold. And I mean, we do know that it's still being programmed by people, right?
Mhm. Mhm. Well, I want to give you this time to, if we don't have any questions, to share some of your information so we can get a hold of you, or we can follow you. We can, do all those other things that we make sure that we getting the right knowledge from the right source.
There, before she moves forward,
Yeah.
there was a question on Facebook. The
Okay.
listener wanted to know who controls SoFi.
Who controls
Did,
it?
I'm sorry, do you know who? Hold on, because I dropped it in here so I could remember. Sorry,
Okay. Do you know who regulates SoFi?
regulates
Yeah,
SoFi.
yeah. Yeah. SoFi had to submit to all the things from a banking, they're a bank. So they had to submit to all of the criteria. That's why it took them so long to get, I want to say it was SEC approved, but I don't think it's SEC. I'm thinking it's something else. But they got it at the middle or end of 2024. They had to get all the approvals by whoever regulates banks. They are a bank. So they now fit the banking criteria and all the banking standards. They've met all those standards now. That was one of the things that was they thought was maybe keeping the price of SoFi down, was it hadn't been regulated or hadn't been like fully official. I don't want to say official, that's not the right word. But they have everything they need now they're a full and legit bank.
Mm, okay. Do
That was a
do we
good
have
question.
any more questions? Facebook chat. All right then. What Ms. Pinkleton, do you have any information you want to get so people could sign up or get in contact with you? Because you have a couple of classes, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a YouTube, and you go live on there. I was on there a couple of times. I couldn't stay because I'm a truck driver, so I had to tune in and
Okay.
tune out.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. A few things. Okay, so I have a community of my own. It's called Educator to Trader. Y'all have my website, but I'm gonna put it here, educatortotrader.com.
I got you, Arlisa.
You got me? Thank you so much,
Yes,
baby.
there. Mm-hmm.
And that's my community, right? Educator to Trader is my community. I have a membership. Inside of the membership is where I do all my coaching and training and teaching and all that good stuff. Up until this year, I would launch different programs and I would teach. I would leave them open or promote them into the world, and then people would come to the classes, and then I would from there, talk about joining the membership. Many people have joined it along the way. I mean, like anything else, people come in, they go. This year I was led, the Lord led me to really decide to focus only on the people who are in the membership. So I don't do any, this year I'm not doing any trainings outside of the membership. Everything I teach,
Oh.
everything I train is happening inside that membership. Now I do have products that I have created. I have classes, I have courses. All of those are trainings, and they're do-it-yourself trainings, which means, you take it, you get the videos, you walk through it, and you work through the videos and the things, yourself. And then I'm open to, a email periodically or a message here and there. It's funny, people get in your comments and want you to teach them a whole strategy strategy. Well, we're not gonna do
Yeah.
that in the messenger. That's not happening. So, but the courses I have, full training courses there that are, have been previously recorded, and anybody can purchase those and do those on their own. But if you want to be, I'll say handheld, I don't want that to sound demeaning, but if you want somebody who's going to walk alongside of you, there we go, that sounds better. Somebody who's going to walk alongside you as you learn, then that's what we do inside the membership. We learn, charting, which is of utmost importance. If you're trying to learn how to trade anything, please learn how to chart. And when I say how to chart, that means, what does the stock chart look like? What's happening here? What's going on? You need to learn charting, because that's where all the stuff that happens in any stock can be found inside that chart. So you need to be able to see, what did price action do, right? And that'll help you know. So we learn how to chart. Go ahead.
That was my question. How to read those charts. Like, I've
How to
seen
read
them,
the charts.
checked them out, I've tried, and it was just like so far over my head. I did not understand what I was looking at. So I was just like, you know what, forget it.
Okay, don't do that. Don't forget it. I put a link in the chat. It's called startwiththechart.com. It's a free
Okay.
webinar that I created. It'll basically start you off as a basic person. It literally starts with, what is a candle? That's where it starts, right? So go and look at that, and I have a more involved training that's a paid training that will also help teach charting as well. But charting has to be taught. It has to be taught, and it has to be learned. If you're trying to do long-term trading and now if you're just buying and holding, then don't worry about that per se. But if you're trying to trade options, or you want to be able to be a trader where you're going in and out of trades, you're going to need to know what that chart's doing on a daily basis, or what it's doing over a period of time, right? You need to know what you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
So we teach that, the charting. We teach the different strategies if you want strategies. If you're a newbie, we have people who are brand new. I don't know nothing. I'm new. Well, if you're new, and you want to learn about options, one of the small trainings, I call it small because it's really like an intro. It's called Options 411. It's literally $17 on my website. But
Okay.
starting to learn, it's free. People say, how much does it cost to get started? It don't cost nothing to start learning.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing at all. Of course, YouTube is free, but of course, we already know that when you see something on YouTube, a person isn't necessarily going to walk you through step one, two, three, four, five, and walk you all the way to step 100. They're going to give you some stuff along the way, but they're not necessarily going to go in depth. That's where you need a coach.
Yeah.
And if you're watching somebody on YouTube, and you're not going to be able to reach out to a YouTuber when you get stuck in your own trade. That's where
Oh,
you need
yeah.
a coach that you can say, I'm in like my people who are in the membership. If they get stuck in a trade, they can literally reach out to me and say, Arlissa, this is where I am. Can you help? And I'm there to do that. If you don't have a coach, a YouTuber not going to reach out and help you do that, right? So the membership is there. All of my good work, I do all of my good stuff inside of the membership, at least this year. I've done good stuff in other places before. The trainings are there on my website. And if you want one-on-one coaching, perhaps you don't want a membership or don't need a membership. Maybe you already know some stuff and you're like, I don't really need that, but I would like for somebody to hear where I am and put me on the direction, or in the right direction, see what I do need. Then I've got one-on-one coaching available for that. And the coaching session can just be one time, it can be multiple times, depending on what you want to do. And we can work on where you are and what you want going from this point.
And you know what? We don't mind you taking us by the hand and taking us
Yes.
there. And we don't mind that, because we we know that's part of the promised land. So we don't,
Yeah. Yeah, I've already
so
walked.
however
I
you
walked
say
the
it, it's
road.
okay with us.
I already walked the road. I walked some of the road. So now I can come back and we can walk it back together.
Yeah, we okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have any more questions?
I do have a question again.
Okay.
Arlissa, you had mentioned cryptocurrency, and I missed out a bit of that because I had to step away. Now, many, many years ago, a friend of mine's son was talking about Bitcoin, and this is before anyone knew what Bitcoin was.
Yeah.
And, of course, I'm thinking, oh, he's a kid. I'm not wasting my time with Bitcoin. Well, yes, I did regret it. He didn't, but I did.
Oh, good.
Now, the next thing is a few years ago, um, his mother contacted me and she told me about pi. Now, I don't know if you've heard about pi. Oh, okay. Because I was wondering what you thought about it. I did not, I took the same route I did with Bitcoin until she reminded me what happened.
Mm,
So I signed up. I did everything with Bitcoin. I did not have to invest anything because it wasn't, it had reached the point where it was a little more than a startup. So
okay.
it's doing very good today.
Okay.
Um, I migrated over to mainnet and everything, but I was wondering if you ever heard of anything. It's big in Japan, in China, Asian market. It's in Europe, and
Mm,
it's catching on here in the US.
mm-hmm.
So that's it. And it's actually the pi symbol, and it's,
Okay.
yeah, or PI.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have told a few people in our Facebook group, and they have, I sent them the link and they did go ahead and they followed through with it. And it's doing pretty good. Like I said, it's not a startup, but it's just a little above a startup right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, the best that it did, which kind of made me join, was when it started trading at $300. So I'm like, okay, I just waited. I'm waiting, let it come down and come down. And she said to me, "Oh, you don't have to wait. Just go ahead and start it right now." And I did. So it's doing pretty good right now.
Mm. It's a ticker. PI is the
They
ticker.
have it. Yeah, it's on everything's on Coinbase, everything.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I have never heard of it. I don't really do a lot of crypto.
Hmm.
I think there are people who are like who trade stock and people who trade crypto, and some of them they're almost like two different camps. And some people kind of are dabbling on both sides, but um, I think that I don't. I think Bitcoin is here. I think it's going to keep coming. I do like the idea of a world, quote unquote, finance or money system. I do like that concept. I've lived in other countries, and to be going from place to place and have to change and exchange money can be a huge hassle.
Exactly.
If we had it across the board, one thing we could use that would take a lot of that away. But I do know that nations depend on the currency exchange for their money, so I don't know if it's going to go away forever, but you never can tell. But I know I haven't heard of pie.
Okay. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Well, Miss Pinkleton, I know I am on the contract with you, so but you can always stay if you want to stay or if you want to share some more insight with us. But I want to make sure that I respect your time. Okay.
Absolutely. I do appreciate that. I do
Mhm.
appreciate that. I did want to share to make sure that you all know that you know anybody you decide you're going to work with or anybody you decide you're going to watch and follow. Like I said, I watched Chris Sane. I was a fan of Chris. I used to watch him every single day. Then after a while, it's kind of sort of, you get drifting off to other people and forget about the folks you started with. But definitely, if you're going to look at or work with somebody, spend the energy to make sure that who you're working with is going to be somebody that you really can follow, not just in trader life, but you can follow in life. You kind of want to have an idea, somewhat of an idea of where their values are.
Mhm.
Not we're not just following after the money, but when you lend your ear to people, you want to make sure that you're going along the same road. Another as I close, it's my preacher voice. As I close,
Okay.
um, as I close, you also want to think about um, your thoughts and plans for the resources that are given to you. God has no reason to give resources to a place that is going to be a reservoir.
Mhm.
If all of
Mhm.
it's going to dump into you and you're going to be like the Dead Sea and it's never going to flow out of you, then why should the resources be sent to you if they can't be sent through you?
Mhm.
This
Yeah.
has to be, we have to use this vehicle and all the other vehicles that we use to lift all the boats around us. We have to be willing to let things flow through us, let the knowledge flow through us, let the resources flow through us. We're in the each one teach one mode still. Yes, you want to get what's yours. I want to. One of the things I say on my call at the end of every call that we do is, Lord, give us enough resources that we can have enough for us and enough to be a blessing to others.
Oh, yeah,
Right. So it's
absolutely.
not just, I'm not just trying to get my four and no more. I really want to make sure we really want to, my heart is that I can bless those who are around and my family members and my near friends. Just know that some people are not going to be open to the knowledge. And, I teach those who will allow themselves to be taught. And I don't get bothered if they don't. It's just like, okay, I'm just moving on. I'm trying to share the information with as many people as want to learn the information because there's a whole lot of potential and opportunity in the market. It's not the only place, but I like the fact that the market can be used along with, in conjunction with everything else you do. While you're building GPTs and while you're building things and working in your AI space, you can also be dollar averaging and buying shares. That person is actually with me. She's a little
Okay.
late, but while you're working the job you have, while you're creating art, while you're doing anything else that is you're doing, building your business, you can also be investing and growing your portfolio along the way. There are strategies that can be used, I said, that are quite passive that you can use. I think it's called Perfect Strategy. No, I think it might be Perfect Strategy for You. It's a website I have that will give you like a questionnaire of what would be a good strategy to fit your life. I want to say it's perfect. I feel like that first word isn't perfect, but um it's a way you can do like a little quiz to see what strategies fit your life. Some people are active traders and they've got the time to do active trading. Other
Mhm.
people are, got lives and like you, William, you're a truck driver. You don't have time to watch charts all day if you're driving your truck, right?
No, I
You're not
don't.
trying to have a wreck.
Are they gonna be charting me out?
Right. They're gonna be charging you out. That's not what we want. So, but there's ways that you even, you can use your resources that you're generating from driving. You can use those resources to continue to grow a portfolio on the side.
Yes.
This can be done at whatever level you choose. You can generate resources at whatever level. Just know that, you want to have the right heart about growing your money so that it can be used to help those around you.
Mhm. Well, before
I
you
have a
go,
mention.
oh, go ahead, go ahead. Somebody had something.
Yes, this is Sabrina. Miss Arlisa, you didn't want to share about your calendar. Arlisa holding out because she has a really great calendar with bar charts.
I forgot about my calendar.
Mm.
Oh yeah, okay, then we got to
Ah,
do
la
that.
la. I forgot about my candle calendar. I was making sure I answered all the questions.
Oh, that's okay. You can show your calendar. That's what we are. We do a lot of show and telling here,
I wanted to
and
make
and we drop
sure.
dimes too here.
Yeah. Am I able to share my screen?
Yes,
Okay, cool.
everything. Well, let me just make sure. Yeah, okay.
It says I can.
Oh, it says you can.
Uh-huh. It's
Okay,
giving
great.
me the ability to share my screen. So this is my Etsy shop, the page that we're on now. This is my Etsy shop, Melanin Inspirations. And I'm taking you here so I can take you to, I've got, several trader type of products.
Oh,
But this
okay.
is I created a Candlestick Mastery 2025 calendar. Candlestick Mastery. So it's a calendar, and every month of this calendar gives you a candle pattern that you can look at and learn. Thank you for bringing this up, Sabrina. I forgot all about my little
Oh
calendar.
yes.
Candlestick mastery. So in here you've got each calendar month has a candlestick pattern. It talks about the pattern. I know y'all probably can't. That's an eye chart. Then it tells you how do you trade that pattern? And then there's a little calendar up here. You tell the calendar piece wasn't the focus. It was this information on the candlesticks was the focus. And then I've got that for each month of the year, there is a different candlestick pattern. This is really a resource. It's not, it's designed in in calendar format, but it's really a resource to be used that will be able to be used long after the year of 2025 is gone. You'll still be able to utilize this calendar because of the resources, right? That is at my Etsy shop, which is at Sabrina, did you put the link in the comments, or do I need to? I'll give you the short
No, I
link.
didn't. I was gonna go grab it.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you, Bree.
Let me see, where are we?
Or you can drop it.
I gotta find my way back to the screen.
Go back.
Find my way back to my Zoom. Here we are. Oh, let me stop sharing. So that way that's not there anymore. Okay. bit.ly/capital MEL capital INSP. That's the short link that'll get you there.
Cool.
Okay. So yeah, all kinds of resources and things, training resources, learning resources. Again, I will shamelessly say, if you are looking to learn how to trade options, selling options is different than buying options. Let me talk a little bit about what I actually do, because most people who hear about options, they hear about buying options. I'm not an options buyer. I'm on the other side. Just like anywhere you go, if somebody's buying something, somebody else has to be selling it. The seller of options is like the house. Not that anybody here gambles. I'm going to believe nobody gambles. But if you're at the casino, the house always wins. Even if they pay you along the way, when it's all said and done, the house is going to come out as the winner. Okay? When you're selling options, you're the house, basically. Warren Buffett, many of these big companies, these big brokerage houses, they are options writers, it's called. When you're selling options, you're a writer. Basically, you're just you're putting your collateral out there, and the trade just has to expire away from your strike. It doesn't have to move at all. When you're a buyer, it has to do what you thought it was going to do. When you're a seller, you just have to let it expire. Time decay is your friend when you're a seller. The strategies are very straightforward. I feel like buying has a lot of moving parts. You got to enter at the right time, exit at the right time. Look at this Greek and look at the other Greek, and it's a lot of different pieces. I'm not knocking it for those who do it. I know people who do it and do it well, and I know how to buy options. I know how to run the strategies, but I enjoy the selling piece better because it just allows me the time to not have to watch my charts all day. And there's very passive strategies that can be used to help you generate income and or receive more stocks. There's some strategies you can use to acquire stocks at a cheaper price, and it can all be done very passively, just using your collateral. Right? So that's what I do. I'm an option seller coach. I teach people how to sell options using strategies like cash secure puts, if you've heard of those, or selling puts, selling covered calls. That's what I teach. And I teach credit spreads. Those are the three primary strategies that we teach: is covered calls, cash secure puts, and credit spreads. All right. And
Okay.
I would love to teach you. I'd love to help you figure out how to realize your own profit goals and your own income goals. I'd love to be able to help you do that.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much. Well, I enjoyed myself. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Baby Bear enjoyed you too. So, he's still over here. I don't know what he's doing, but I couldn't get him in that box, and he didn't put my money back. So I don't know what's going on with him. But anyway, what I would like us to, if everybody could just unmute their mic and just give Miss Pinkleton a great thank you and welcome, and we want you to come back anytime you want to come back to. If everybody can just
Aw.
do that, we just want to give you a great send off, a clap or whatever. If I can get just everybody to
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
that. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Coach.
You all are so welcome. So welcome.
All right then. Okay then. Well, Taylor, did you have anything that you want to before we let Miss Pinkleton? You don't have to go, Miss Pinkleton. You can stay as long as you like.
Okay.
But we just want to respect your time. That's all.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Uh, I am doing the last bit of downloading of the images because I wanted to talk to everybody. Your boy Baby Bear has made an impact and impression on everybody. So, we are launching our new Baby Bear merch that will be coming out. We'll be doing t-shirts. As you guys, I don't know if you probably can't see the one that I have on. We'll be doing t-shirts. We're gonna be doing hoodies. We're gonna be doing tumblers and mugs, and we're gonna be is pretty much what aren't we gonna be doing with Baby Bear? Baby Bear is gonna be on everything. So that's the first thing. I'm trying to hurry up and download this stuff so I can show you guys. And then after we do that,
And we got that
then
wheel.
yep, we got the wheel. And today is I was taking some notes as Miss Arlissa was talking. So uh I have a couple of questions I'm gonna ask. It's like really, two questions I'm gonna ask. And the winner would be getting what, GPTs or image bundles today?
For the wheel, the winner is getting the GPTs.
GPTs, heard.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Merch can be acquired. Yes. If somebody
merch
was
can
asking.
be acquired. Sure can. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen right now
All right.
so I can show you guys some of the stuff that
Now you know
we
Baby Bear is going to want his cut.
have. I got Monopoly money for
Yeah,
him. I
yeah,
got
that's what
Monopoly
we
money
got monopoly
now.
money
Hey,
for him. We're gonna pay him with monopoly money.
I got Baby Bear. Don't even trip. So this is just a mock-up of our what size was this?
I'm not
I can't
sure
what
what
size this
size,
is.
but I can check it out if you want me to. Let me
Yes,
go to
please, and
that.
thank
But
you.
okay.
So we have our Baby Bear stickers. I made some stickers too. Sure did. Is it this way? Uh, is it this way? We have hoodies here. They'll be in like, I think it was purple, white, black, yellow, blue, and we have the t-shirts. We'll have it with the text and without the text.
And some of the text is going to be some of the things that is in Baby Bear skit. So some of those things is going to be in there. But to answer your question, that was 40 ounces for the traveling mug, the one that you're looking
Okay.
at. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
So this
Yeah. The
is
tote bag.
some of the Baby Bear uh things that we have coming down the pipeline. We have tote bags coming down. So y'all can look out for Baby Bear. Hmm. That's one of the good things that we have coming up right now. And then the next thing, let me stop sharing right quick. Uh, so now we're going, did everybody sign up for the wheel? Because I hope so, because it's closed. I'm finna check right now to make sure that I have everybody's name that was on it. And everybody's name that was on it that submitted their form, I entered your name twice.
Okay.
So
Cool.
yeah, so I entered your names twice. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I don't know if y'all can hear my niece in there. She in there singing her heart out. Okay, I got some more people. Okay, we gotta add Miss Regina. Give me 1 second, y'all. Sorry if I'm taking too long. Gotta add Regina twice. Please.
Do anybody have any questions about anything that was on about the show? Any comments in Facebook that we can relay back to Miss Pinkleton?
I think that was some good information that we got
Yeah,
learned a
I'm
couple of
really
things.
happy about this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now,
Believe.
we are actually doing a static to motion class. Me and Taylor have one that's coming up, and we just going to basically teach. I'm going to walk. I'm going to walk you straight through everything. I'm not going to make sure that you actually know exactly what's going on, in taking your static images and then putting motion to them. I don't know if you've
Yeah,
been seeing some of the work I've been doing, but yes, I'm having fun with it.
it's a 2-day class, Saturday and Sunday. It's gonna be good because you're gonna learn two rope flows because Williams' workflow is different than mine. Uh, Still comes out with great results. It's gonna be a great class. Like you guys are gonna get so much out of it. You guys are gonna get prompts. Y'all finna get all types of stuff. So it's gonna be a good class. So if you guys haven't signed up for it, I recommend that you sign up for it, not just because I'm one of the people that's teaching the class, but it's just a good class. Also, I have a image to canvas coming out for people that are canvas art enthusiasts and want to learn how to make canvas art. I am doing a image to canvas class on January 31st. Uh, it is already on my PayHip site. Class is only $15 and it'll be a good time. So, everybody, I got everybody's name that wasn't on there before. I just added everybody's name. Everybody's name is entered twice. So, you'll be receiving a GPT. We'll have 2 for Facebook and 2 for the panel on Zoom. Okay. Good luck to everybody.
Good luck, everybody.
So we have Selena. Uh, Selena, you can message William or myself so we can make sure that we have you. Okay. And this one is for one for Facebook and one for
Apologize for that, everybody.
Miss Shawana Stout.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're
You're
welcome. Oh yeah, we got some fire GPTs now.
oh yeah. So we got the next one. All right.
Dean, all right. Congratulations, Dean. Okay.
What is the prize?
GPT.
I would like to donate my winning to the next person because
Okay, all right then. Well, thank you, Dean.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. Well, we're going to. We have one more. All right, Miss Anne Marie. Okay. And for Dean. And it goes to Nikki.
Nikki, hey, thank you. Congratulations, Nick. There we go. We see that smile. Congratulations. I bet you didn't expect that, did you?
That was cool. So that's all I got, Will.
All right then. Well, Baby Bear had uh said a lyric in his skit. If anybody can tell me the artist of that lyric, um, and the name of the song, I would do a photo dump on them. So you got to put it in the chat. So, do y'all need me to re-say the lyric?
You know we do. You
No.
know it.
Okay. Shot collar, 20-inch blade on an Impala. Shot caller, 20-inch blade on an Impala. All right then. Did
Question
anybody
format.
in a question
In a
format? In a
question
question
format.
format. Well, you know what? I just so happy for the outcome on it. We had a little test today. Somebody tried to get in and try to disrupt us, but we kind of stopped that from happening. So but anyway, I just want to thank everybody for coming, and I really appreciate it. This was a vision that I had, and it came through. Thank you. All right. Well, Miss Tellermaid, do you want to end the show unless somebody had anything they wanted to say, or oh, you know what? Let's do this. Um, TRM, go ahead and give us the 401 for tomorrow.
Well, as you know, we are always going to have amazing GPT creators that are going to come on the show. Um, it's it's going to be a blast to see some brand new people come on. And we're excited to show what Taylor and William have to show for their GPTs that are going to be on the show. And always, TRM is going to have a surprise. We're going into our new month for our Patreon. So we're going to have brand new GPTs for the Patreon, more co-working session, and more classes that are coming up. So we're super excited about that. And if you guys were not there last week to see Taylor and Williams fire GPTs, man, listen, this week they have stepped up the game. They have stepped up the game with their GPTs, and we can't wait for you guys to see them. So we're super excited, and we can't wait to have our other creators on TRM. So we'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And like Talia always says, whatever time it is in California, that is 4 p.m. in California time and 7 p.m. for the East Coast. So we're excited to have you.
Okay, thank you so much. And Dean and Adrian and Kelly, do y'all have anything that's coming up that we need to know about that y'all want to share? Any classes or anything that y'all are doing? Adrian might have stepped away from the mic. Adrian, if you're talking, okay, good.
No. I'm here. I have part two to the Level Up My Life 2025 session. We're going to be doing that Monday night for everyone who actually purchased that course. So we got that coming down the pipeline. And then right at the 1st of February, I have a Beyond the Basics GPT class that I'm launching, piggybacking off of T Weaver's class that she's having. So that's the next thing I have coming down the pipeline.
Okay, great. Dean, did you have anything that's coming up you want us to know about so we can prepare?
Yes, in February, I will be having an iPad for entrepreneur class. That's basically going to discuss how you can use your iPad for your business, since that's what I use primarily. And there may be a Suno related class coming up also in February as well. Well, not class, but a surprise. Let's put it that way.
Okay. We love surprises here. We love surprises here. Saray, do you have anything coming up that you want us to know about? Okay, she might not, and she might either be muted. She's muted, but I guess she might have left the mic. All right then. I'm just naming off the people that do class. Or Kelly, did you have a class?
So not really classes at the moment. I mean, I am teaching GPTs in Accelerator, which of course, I mean in DCT, but that is also available, will be available for people that are outside of DCT. Um, but other than that, I do teach Photoshop animation classes. I may have another one coming up in the works, but replays for all of the ones that I have taught are on my website. Um, Everybody who's had the class, of course, have rave reviews. So if you are interested in animating, if you have Photoshop and you don't know how to use it, then I'll teach you how to use it. And you can create some great images. But if you guys have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, this year I am aiming to hit those 1,000 subscribers. So play it in your background. It's good, relaxing work, study music. I will put the link in the inbox here. I do appreciate
Great.
y'all.
Oh, we appreciate you. Kim, did you have something that you want to share with us?
Starting in February, I will be doing a bookkeeping class for those entrepreneurs who do not have an accountant and want to try to keep costs down to minimum. And also, I am taking on clients who don't want to deal with that.
Lena, I know that you have a class. Did you have something that you wanted to mention?
Yeah, I'm working on them still. An automation class to show people how to automate to their social media. That would be coming in February, as well as create your AI influencer class.
Hey, great. All right. Did I cover everybody? Anything else out there? I just want to give you the chance and the platform just to let us know what's going on in your world that you want to share with us. Okay. All right then. Okay. Well, maybe I wanted to mention this. Something that we mentioned last week was about a summit. Me and Taylor is trying to put together something where we can set up where all of us could join in. Like Adrian said, that we don't want to. It's not a thing where we competing with each other. We want to outreach to more people. So we have to definitely come together and maybe start like a big master class with in the summit. So what I'm thinking, my ideal is thinking about get like dates when people can actually do their class. That way, a person could just come in and pay for the one master class, and they will get all these teachers. Adrian, help me out with this. Am I right? That's the vision that you shared with us the last week, I believe.
Well, my main point was just the whole idea of us coming together. The spearhead of that was actually Sugar Ray, so I really like to default that to her because that's her idea, and
Oh,
that's
okay.
she's the visionary behind that. So I would like for her to chime in on that.
Okay, Saray, are you there? Are you? If you're trying to speak to us, you're on mute. Okay. Okay. Well, all right then. I guess we got to probably try to get with her later on that. Taylor, did you have any more thing about that?
Yeah, about the summit.
Yeah, about the summit where we all come, all of the teachers and trainers, we come together and we set this summit where a certain date and a certain time, we will actually do that class. That way, what'll happen? People don't have to jump from like a Monday. Like if say like if I have a
Hello?
class.
Hey, William was trying to talk to you.
Oh, I apologize. I didn't know. Go ahead.
Oh,
Hello, Lydia.
No,
No,
she's
she
talking
was
to Sugar on
talking,
the
so
phone.
yeah.
Oh, okay then. Okay then. Okay, basically what it is because I know that TRM might have a class. Adrian might have a class on Monday. So all of us trying to do a class on Monday or Friday or something like that. And what we doing is we kind of like pulling people from here and pulling people from here. But if we can put in a schedule where we can do a summit and everybody can do that part of the summit where they can teach whatever they want to teach. You don't have to teach what we want you to teach or what somebody else. You just teach. You just do you, and then that way we can bring more people, and then people won't feel like okay, I got to get here and I got to get here and I got to get here. The bar hopping type of we want to eliminate that, and I wish Sugar was here so she can give
well,
I'm
more.
I'm here
she's
with.
there.
Okay, all right then. Did you hear what we was talking about?
No, I had walked away for a minute. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, basically, what we was talking about is doing a summit. Okay, basically, what this summit is going to be the a lot of whoever's doing the class. We will all be in the master class summit, and then we will set certain dates. Now, you can teach whatever you like to teach, but the purpose of this is so we won't be bumping heads with each other trying to it almost like competing. But the good thing about this, the customer when they purchase that summit, they getting all of us. But not only that, the pot that we're creating for us will be split. We just got to find out, who we can go to with doing the collaboration part because everybody still wants to get paid. And I think PayHip has a system where they allowing you to collaborate. Now, how many people they allowing you to do, I do not know yet. I guess we can find out later. But Saray, can you give us a little bit more input on that? She will. You on mute?
You mean on Pay Hip specifically?
No, no, no. For the summit, just give some idea. Give us some ideas, because they said that was your original thought.
Oh yeah, well my vision is to just exactly what you said, just have a summit of all the creators. I'm actually doing one in May. I'm still down to do one with whoever, is sponsoring one too or got one going on. But one of the things that I would like to do is that I see a lot of people having issues with is if they connectivity and different things is going out. So I would like to have the segments pre-recorded and still have people on live that's able to talk after their segments is pre-recorded. And I think that's a good way to do that's how I plan on doing mine. That's just a tip. And the reason why I say that is if you got a lot of people together and just if something happened and that they can't, be available that day or whatever, then you still got their segment and everything done. So that's one tip, but it's basically you guys said everything, just bringing everybody together and letting everybody do what they do best.
Okay.
And everybody promoting as a one, so that everybody it's kind of like getting a sampler pack of what everybody got going.
Oh, okay. All right then. You said the pre-recorded.
Mm-hmm.
You saying pre-recorded just in case if somebody had to cancel? Is that why you saying that?
Not only if they had to cancel, like if they couldn't be there on that particular day or something just happened, you would have their segment, but also if that person was having connectivity issues or anything like that, then their segment of what they just like what they wanted to present and show, you would already have that footage, but the people would still be there to talk to the people live and to answer any questions, unless something happened and they couldn't be there.
Oh, okay. Well, I got to get more Well, we'll talk about it later because I don't. You said that people say like if they having connectivity problems, and how would people ask questions if they having
Well,
connectivity
I mean,
problems?
if they was having connectivity problems, then of course they wouldn't be able to ask questions. But at the same time, I'm just saying that's why I would just like to have people's segments pre-recorded just so that and then some people get nervous in different things like when they need to talk or whatever like that, or do something on the spot. So if their segment is pre-recorded, because I'm looking at also getting a lot of people who's maybe not used to going live or doing classes or different things like we did before. So just in case they're a little nervous to put their segment together or whatever, if it's pre-recorded or whatever like that, then they could put it together how they want to and be able to edit out the things that they want to, just different things like that. So it would just be whatever they're presenting in their segment is pre-recorded. But I would still like people to be there in person to answer any questions or things like that, if that makes sense.
Okay. Well, I think the people that probably would come into it are really strong talkers. I'm probably the one that's not as strong as everybody else in talking, but I think for the people that will probably do it will be strong in talking. So I don't think they're shy with that. What about just okay if they can't be there, something happened? What about if they just reschedule it? What about that idea? Because the reason why I'm saying this is because what I want to make sure that we do is because when you actually have the person actually there teaching it other than a recording, you can't ask a recording questions. And I don't know. And for me, if say like if Adrian um, wasn't able to make his, I couldn't talk about Adrian's GPTs. I'm not as knowledgeable on him about his GPTs. I can just only just okay, you know. You see what I'm saying? Hello, Saray, you still there?
I understand what you're saying.
Oh,
it's just an option for me. That's just like I said. I would, of course, you can't talk to them if they're not there, but we're not planning on them being there. The pre-recording is only to show their initial presentation.
oh, okay,
So
okay.
it's not like it plan on it just being a pre-recording. That was just an idea and
Oh,
an
okay,
option.
okay, okay.
I get what you're saying. It's kind of like me. If this was something that we were working on, let's just say since last October and November, and it was supposed to be last week, and I was really, I really wanted to be there. I planned and everything. Well, I would not have been able to because I ended up getting a severe case of bronchial asthma.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in a case like that, whatever I would have been presenting or would want to speak about, um, you guys would have had a pre-recorded message from me showing what I do. I will be talking about it. And yet, there won't be a Q&A, but at least it's kind of like participation. I still would be there. It's more like a backup, God forbid something awful should happen and you can't be there. So I understand what she's saying.
Okay. Ms. Coleman, I see that you have some couple of comments. Can you want to chime in on it? We would really like to hear your thoughts. We kind of like brainstorming and trying to put this together so we can elevate. We all want to elevate.
No, man. Um, but I was listening to what Sugar said, and I was seeing a webinar in my head. Um, Something that if I were to miss it, I could have a recording that I could purchase, not necessarily a replay,
Mm-hmm.
but a recording possibly. But I wasn't sure if that was what she was saying, but looking at just time management, if it was
Oh,
something I could
it is
listen
in
to
my
in the future.
that is Nikki. It would well, in my summit, the VIP package is going to be available that would have the replays and everything anyway. But like I said, the recordings for me, my thought process was just to make it easier on participants and able to, you know, get their presentation together ahead of time and have, you know, it's not just in case. I mean, we're not planning on anyone not being there. That would just be the, you know, the ultimate if they wasn't able to be there, so that I would ensure that I have all the footage from all of my speakers. But the object is also to just make it um easier on people to, you know, to feel better about their presentation and more together and putting their thing together. And we would just play it live. We would be on live and we would play that presentation, and then you guys will still be there to talk to people in real time about what you just shared. And if you still want to share your screen and go back and retract and share more things, that's fine, you know. But just to have your presentation together of what you want to talk about.
Oh, okay. I kind of see what you're saying now.
Yeah.
Queen, Queen, you had a question, or
No, not a question. It's more like a statement. What Sugar's really talking about is what happens in the crafting space. A lot of crafters get together. They have different things that they do, card making, paper flowers, all those things, and they put it together in one big summit. And during that summit, everybody has a time that they come on. It's all pre-recorded. And then after the pre-record happens, then they have space where they answer questions afterwards. And like she said, because of internet issues and problems that happen during live sessions, it's just seamless to have them do the pre-record and then have them come on and talk about it afterwards. And
okay,
then there's a VIP where you pay a little bit extra and then you get all, maybe let's say some giveaways, and you get the recordings and all of that thing. So that's what she's talking about, a summit like that. Is that right, Sugar?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're
okay.
welcome.
Well, I'm starting to understand it now. Okay, thank you for clarifying that for me. I didn't really understand it that well. I really appreciate. Well, one thing I do want to say, I think this will be a good way for us to go. That way we're not pulling from each other, and then we actually taking our resources and we putting it together. Like, I think this will be a great idea. So, um, by us doing this, we do have to, once we set it in stone, we got to commit to it. I got to put it out there like that. We got to really commit to it. Yeah. So once we put it out there, so, and I really do want us to put it out there because all of us are very talented, and we are extremely talented. We got a lot of wealth inside of us, and we can reach a lot of people, but we can't do it by ourselves. Me and Teller can't do it by ourselves. Nobody can do it by themselves. You know, nobody can do it by ourselves. Were you thinking about something, Queen? Okay. Did anybody else have anything before I let Teller May close us out? Okay then.
Don't
Well,
forget about the question you asked about that song.
oh, okay, all right then. Who got the song right?
Kelly got it right.
All right, Kelly. All right.
I
Thank you,
Googled it and
Kelly.
got it right.
All right. Congratulations, Kelly. I will take care of you in the morning.
Got you.
In
Thank
the
you.
morning. I know y'all remember that song, huh? Well,
Of
y'all don't
course.
remember when I'm
The
singing
whinings.
it.
Yep.
Yeah. Y'all probably don't remember when I'm singing it. Okay. Tell them they close us out.
Check your chat for Facebook because I didn't know the name of it. So check the chat. Check your chat
Oh,
to
check
see
my
if
chat.
that's the right song for the Facebook. Yeah,
Oh,
Tracy Joe put a response.
okay, then I definitely check it. And then she has the right. I definitely would get her the photo dump too as well.
All right, sounds
Oh,
good.
all right then, and thank you. Well, Miss Taylor Made, it's your show. So close us out. You muted. You muted.
I'm gonna get this right. Before I do the final closeout, I want to give Sabrina the floor right quick so she can talk about anything that she wanted to talk about because she been hiatus, she been missing, she been taking care of business. So, I just wanted to know if Sabrina wanted to talk, you know, and share or anything like that.
No, I've not been missing. I've been ill. I've been recovering. So I've been
Heard.
paying attention though. I've been watching y'all and seeing y'all making moves. But no, not the only thing for me, I am focused, so I will be on a somewhat of a hiatus right now because I am preparing for the other art fair. Just did my pickup today from the art store. So if you are in near the LA area or want to come to the other art fair, it is next month, February the 20th through the 23rd to 2880 Casillas Avenue in Los Angeles. And you can also go to Sabrina Jones at Sachi.com and see the art that I have put on my showroom or in my showroom or my art gallery. I don't have my links available because I am over here doing moderated. So um, yeah, that's what I got going on and excited about it. Nervous about it at the same time because it's kind of balancing and trying to determine what I'm going to exhibit. But say a prayer for me that it'll be sell out and that I make the right choices. And thank you for your support. Anyone that has supported me, I appreciate you. And we'll see where it goes. And after the fair, I'll share that process and elaborate a little more after the show is over.
All right
Cool.
then. Well, congratulations,
Cool.
Bree. Thank you. Y'all
Thank
did a
you.
Yeah.
wonderful job. Y'all did an absolutely wonderful job. Mhm.
So I wanted to remind y'all one more again. Give y'all one more look at the baby bear merch because I like this shirt. Boom. Y'all see?
Okay. I see y'all.
Boom. Yeah. Baby bear gonna be on everything. I had fun making this too. I actually did it on live. Yeah. It was cool. But yeah, so baby bear merch coming well it's out already. We'll be dropping the link for that in a minute. I don't know why I didn't have it together. I just didn't. But I'll be dropping that still to motion class next week on the 25th. Make sure that y'all get in on that class. It's gonna be very good, insightful information. Help get your game up. Image to canvas class on the 31st. Let's get these, y'all got all these amazing images. Let's get these on canvas. I can show you guys how to make the frames for them and everything. So it's gonna be, good. Oh, Crafting Connection Thursdays has already begun. That is the day I made Baby Bear shirt. So it is every Thursday at 5:30, 5:30 Mountain Standard Time. So that is 6:30 California time. You know, what time it is for y'all. Uh yeah, so crafting connections, that's what's coming up. So hopefully I can get everybody on here. Crafting, Sabrina, come on there with them long necks and make some shirts. Let's get on here and do something. Talking about Summit, we finna make it pop in the we finna make it pop. So that is all what I wanted to share with y'all and remind y'all. Thank y'all again for tuning in. I hope y'all like the song. This song slap. Oh my God, I love this song. But yeah, thank you guys again for tuning in. I hope you guys got a lot of valuable information. Miss Arlissa is dope. I love having her here. And yeah, thanks everybody for coming in. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And that's pretty much all I got. I'm about to make something.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, and goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you.